Greetings, fellow Arkansmith. I'm James Smith with Knights of the Smith Dinner Table, coming back for another tips and tricks video. This time we're going to discuss a couple of the changes that just happened in the past few days. Now, as everybody knows, TestStream got version 0.3.1 a few days ago. Since then, we've been through 4 revisions and we're now up to 0.3.1.4. Now, what that means is we've already gotten some fixes, we've got some new features, and even better is Nathan made it public today. So the public stream has the same stuff that the test stream does currently. Now, a couple of the changes that happened was, and this is one of the big bugs that was bothering some people, is the freeform repeatables. They no longer cut off the very front end of it. So when you start drawing it, it's going to draw exactly from where you start, and you're no longer going to have a big gap. That's the big one. There's a bunch of other little fixes that came with the new stuff, and for the most part, those of you who are in the public stream and aren't doing the test stream, it's just minor stuff that those of us in the test stream found. Nathan got it fixed, so everything is good and everything should be running smooth. Now, let's dive right into the next part, shall we? What we're all here to see is the new features. Now, we got a new button here, the encyclopedia. This is where we're going to control our campaign worlds, our world maps, as well as quests and adventures and all of that. So everything is going to be coming out of the encyclopedia. We're going to go ahead and click there. And as you can see, we have a new menu here. We got the worlds, the campaigns, encyclopedia, game systems, and media library. Now, these 3 are still under construction. And from what Nathan was saying, I think it was earlier today, or yesterday, depending on which side of the world you're on, this stuff is actually going to come at us fairly quick. Now, as everybody knows, they plan roughly for midsummer for version 0.3.2, so that is going to be a pretty fast pace to get this stuff released. Hopefully it stays on pace, hopefully we're relatively bug-free, and we can get all the way into 0.3.2, which is the tokens and line of sight, which a lot of people, myself included, have been waiting on. Now, as you can see, we've got my list of worlds. These are the worlds that I've already created. I've got world maps for them, and if you look, when you click on there, for my Deadlands Hell on Earth campaign, got the world map when you select here, and this is just the quick view of it. The, I can't remember the word. The preview, thank you. Anyway, this is the preview of the map. Now, you will be able to go in and look at it via your world maps, but we'll get to that here in a few moments. Down here, we have a world description, and as you can see, I've already filled it in for this campaign world. Now, the nice thing is that this is a typable box, or you can control them. You can paste text in. Let me speak clearly. So either option works. However, what we're going to do now is we're going to create the final world that I was saving to add in, and this is going to be my Greyhawk campaign. For those of you who don't know, Greyhawk was the original campaign world for Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 1st edition, as well as 2nd edition, 3rd edition, and 3.5. It managed to stick through 3.5 editions before they finally changed it in D&D 4th edition, when they switched it over to the Forgotten Realms. So now that we have Greyhawk built, over here we're going to put in a description. I've already copied it, and I'm just going to paste it right in, and that pretty much covers Greyhawk in a nutshell. And enter. I'm going to click save. Now, I believe Nathan said we don't have to actually click save, that it auto saves the world description when you click out of it. I click save anyway, just to be on the safe side. Then, once we got that, we're going to click home. Then we're going to come up to cartographer. Now, we are going to create a new world map. And we're going to name it after the main continent of Greyhawk, the Flanaess. And then we're going to open that map. At this point, we're going to import an image. And for those of you who are as old as I am or started playing as long ago as I did, this map should be very familiar. For many, many years, this was the main map that our campaign worlds were set in. So I've got it in here, the old hex style Flanaess map. We're going to save it. Then we're going to go back out to home. Then we come back to encyclopedia. Now, as you can see, I now have a button here that I can activate the preview for it, which is completely and utterly awesome. This is the first step down a long, hopefully not terribly long road to where we're going to be able to completely control our campaigns from here. Speaking of campaigns, let's hop over to the campaigns button. Now, as you can see up here at the top, it lists the current world and the current campaign, and right now it says no campaign exists. So I'm going to create one. It's going to be Knights of the Smith dinner table. Not Donner table, that's something completely different. And once I have it selected, I can add a campaign description. And there we go. Then once you got all that in, you can save it. The nice thing is that if you have multiple groups playing through the same world, you can do multiple campaigns. And that happens to be one of the places I run a game at. And as you can see, now here, I can Control C. These hotkeys still work in here as long as you're in the text box. Control V. I can put the same description in. And that's one of the really nice things about the text box is, and if this holds true for all the other text inputs, Control A, Control C, Control V, they all work. So that's going to be one of the really nice things for moving text around and things like that, or selecting a bunch of text that you want to get rid of, or copy if you need to copy it into someplace else. Excuse me. Oh, but that pretty much covers the new features. Now, I know I have said that I will be doing a video on Flowscape integration, but they just released a new version. So I want to play with that a bit. Plus, I'm still learning on how to video edit. Now, when we get to that part, I'm not going to cover the program that I use. I'm using Blender. Paul Watson, great person that he is. Sorry, I think I smacked the mic there. He helped me out over the course of about an hour or so on figuring out how to use Blender. So I'm still playing with it and learning it. Video editing is not one of the things that I've done previous to this point. So be a little patient. I will get to it, I promise. I will cover a little bit of Flowscape, and that's all in the future. But for now, I'm going to try and keep up with the features as they all come out. There's going to be a lot of features coming out, hopefully very quickly, because like I said earlier, Nathan has said that this is actually going to be a fairly easy part of the build. Shouldn't be a whole lot of bugs, but don't worry, those of us using the test stream will find them, and we will get Nathan to swat them right out of the program. Other than that, I know this is a short video, but there was new stuff to cover, but not a whole lot of new stuff, and I know I talk fast, so I covered it pretty quickly. And other than that, if you like the videos, keep watching, keep coming back, tell other users about them. This is James Smith once again, signing off.